Hello, this is Tom Sillis. I'm the CEO of Wecro.com. We're just to let you know, the title of this video is GMAT Testing Tutors on Wecro.com. As you know, okay, before I get started, I'm gonna give you some tips with that, as well as I got some housekeeping. Please subscribe to the channel and please like this video because at the end we have free, we have free, what do you call it, a digital currency for you. You can use it to pay for 1 hour of tutors, or you can use it for, you'll be able to use it for a lot of different things. And also when you use Wecro.com, you'll earn additional, digital currency, and I'll discuss that in the video. So, so here we go. We're getting back to the topic. What's happening is, as you know, we've had tutoring on there, but we haven't really pushed it. We haven't been advertising it. But now we're hiring tutors like left and right, and we're bringing them on board, and they're starting to do a fantastic job with some of the other topics. So we do have, I think we had the SAT on there before. I'm not sure but it's, we're adding a lot of tutors for that as well, and we're going to be adding a lot of articles. We have a blog section of our site. We're going to be adding a lot of articles that we want you to look at because you got to prepare 3 months ahead. First step, if you're going to be taking the SAT or the GMAT, you need to prepare 3 months ahead. Start studying. A lot of it, and there's a lot of good tips that I've seen. Because I was researching everything, and we have one tutor. He gave me a couple really good tips that how to solve some of these equations. Those are the ones that everybody gets stumped on. You got two equations, try to find the common denominator. I saw some nice things he did, and he did a nice trick. And you even have that in the GMAT, and it helps you solve the problem much quicker. I'm going to be doing a separate video on that, or I'll point to his video. I think he's putting one out there, and I'll point to it so you can learn how to study. That could save you. That could be the difference between getting 30, 40 points extra on your score. So you want to learn all the tricks. And a couple things I want to mention if you're getting tutored, and they'll mention in the classes as well. We have group classes for that, which is a lot cheaper for you. You can still ask questions. One of the things we recommend you do is, I'm assuming you're going to do very well. You're going to get 80% of the questions correct, okay? But let's take those 20% of the questions that are going to stump you, and it can make you get a much lower score. What I tell people to do, read the question very thoroughly, be very careful, watch out for the does not do this or whatever, does not include this. Be careful. Watch the words very carefully, number one. Number two, eliminate what you know is not the case. Okay, if you think it's not the case, you're pretty certain it's not the case, eliminate it. That leaves you down, maybe if you eliminate one or two things, you're down to two choices, okay? Now you can guess. Now you got a 50% chance of getting it right. So now you can guess. You want to move quickly through it. If you're getting toward the end of the time, keep an eye on the time and move quickly to get through as many of them as you can after. When you answer the ones you got, go back to the ones you couldn't get and answer them and do like I just showed you. You'll see it'll go much faster. You can go in there, boom, boom, eliminate what you think is correct, and you get down to the last two choices. Just randomly pick one and plop it in there, and you'll be 50% correct, and you might get half of those right. So that could add possibly. Let's assume you get half of them right. With that trick, you could end up getting 90% correct. So you're much higher. You're much better off. That's going to give you a lot more. Instead of 800, I think is the max, whatever. Instead of 700, you might have a 750 score. Okay, so this is why I tell you that, to do that. Try to use good practice. Then what you can do, if you have some of these are long questions and you have to answer, they may have like 5 questions. If you see that pattern, you could skip over those quickly and get through everything else as quickly as you can. Come back and hit those last. Okay, make sure you're halfway. Make sure you're at least you got at least half your time left when you do that, though, because those will take you more time. So these are the tricks you use that can help you get through this much quicker. And other people that have used it said that has worked for them very well. And they, I've seen people get a score almost 800, and they said this was at 770, 780. And the reason why they got that is because they did what I just described. So there's other tricks too, and we're going to have it in the classes. So when you sign up, it's not there yet. It's going to be there in 2 weeks. We'll have the we're going to activate the tutors because we're putting them through a verification process right now. Make sure the background checks are good. We're having them do a class with a couple tests, subjects. They're doing a group class. My niece is a tutor, so she's going to be heading that. She'll be in charge of that, and she knows what to look for. So she'll be testing them and make sure that they're giving good advice to people. Okay, good. That's what she does for a living. So, okay, so that's it. Now let's talk about the digital currency that you've been waiting all the video. You had to watch the whole thing all the way through because the code is going to be given to you anytime now. Okay, the Nomero is a digital currency that we created based on a basket of commodities and precious metals such as gold, silver, and diamonds, and a bunch of others. Okay, titanium, I think. So why do we do this? Well, as you well know, commodities go up. Every 5 years, they double in value, 5 to 7 years. And now it's going to be probably quicker because inflation is faster, but you know the drill. So figure the Nomero based on that. That means the Nomero is going to go up in value versus the dollar. Every 5 years, it's going to double on average. Okay, so if you have a dollar, it's right now $1.22. It was $1.28 a week ago. The government shutdown kind of scared people. That's why it went down. The commodities went down a little bit. That happens, but that's just a short-term spike. With the Feds raising the rates, it's guaranteed they're going to go up. Okay, you're going to see commodities go up. So 5 years from now, you'll have at least, if you get $25 or $30 worth of commodity now of Nomero, you'll get 25 Nomero, which is going to be about $30. It'll double in 5 years. So now, if it goes to 60, it'll go to 120. It'll go 240. The penny doubling. If you don't believe me, look at the penny doubling. Look at the last, how it goes very quickly. Okay, it won't take that long to be worth, it'll flip over maybe 10 times. You'll have a good sum of cash there. Plus, if you're using our site, you're earning 2% digital currency, and that'll add up very quickly as well. That'll double in 5 years. So, let's put it this way: it's not unreasonable to say that in 20 years from now, or 40 years from now, you could have over $100,000 saved up for your retirement. It could be $200,000. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, but I think we're going to have some severe inflation over the next 10 years. That's going to accelerate it quicker. The faster it accelerates, the better off you're going to be. Okay, because you'll be much further along, and I think you're going to see inflation for a while now, for the next maybe 10 or 20 years. We're in a situation where they got to get rid, the debt's got to go away. All these countries that have fiat currency got to get rid of their debt, which means that the inflation has to happen for that to make the currency more worthless than it is, which already is. That's either that or a reset. Okay, I think the approach is going to be inflation is going to get rid of it, make the currency worthless, so that everybody in the same boat. As you all know, these countries, all U.S., China, Russia, all these countries swap currency. They've been doing that for years. It's a dirty old trick. And that's like they use it as a hedge against the other. Okay, if you sell my currency, I'll sell yours. Okay, I'll dump yours, and that's what they're doing. And nobody's dumping it, because every time somebody dumps it, the next guy does it. So, they kind of stopped doing that now, because they realize now they're all in trouble. So they're holding is like a what do you call it? It's like the deterrent, just like the nuclear weapons are a deterrent, the same thing. Okay. Now I'm going to give you the code. Now, what you want to do when you get the code, you're going to register at the link below, wecro.com. You're going to register as a user, and you're going to get an email within 2 weeks. It'll tell you how to put in your digital currency, and your code is, here it is, 100XT. It's 100X as in xylophone, and T as in Tom. XT, 100XT, 100XT is the code. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Write it down, put it in your wallet so you don't lose it. And when you get the email, go in there and put in your code. It'll give you instructions. Very easy. Just type it in the field. That's it. It's not going to be that hard, I promise you. And you'll get a monthly statement with your digital currency where it's at, versus the dollar. So I think you'll be very pleased. So thank you for joining us and watching this video to the end, and we'll see you on the other side. Thank you.